Hey, what's up guys, it's Hovering Banana here. So today's video is going to act as a guide for trading painted toppers in Rocket League. I'll be going over if trading painted toppers is viable, and do I suggest it. I'll be listing some of the methods to make profit from them, and finally I'll be giving you my painted topper tier list. So let's jump into it. So is it viable? I'd definitely say yes. I've sold several hundred painted toppers, making me a few hundred keys in profit, and I've also got over 1,000 in my store at the moment. I've also seen several traders that exclusively trade painted toppers, so there's definitely a market out there for them. But do I suggest it? If you're a new trader, I'd probably say no. If you've only got 1 to 2 keys, you could maybe trade the top tier painted toppers and make some profit that way. But if you've got over 5 keys, I think you'd have more success flipping painted exotics, painted uncommon wheels, as those sell faster than painted toppers. If you're more experienced in trading and you've got some keys to play with, trading painted toppers is definitely something to consider if you want to branch out. Now on to the profit methods. The one I use is as simple as it gets. I buy several painted toppers for a key and simply sell those individually for slightly more. You could possibly improve on this method though. You could trade that key for several crates and then trade those crates for painted toppers, and that can possibly yield you more painted toppers than the single key, but is overall a slower process. Another method is to sell completed sets. Complete sets generally sell faster than individual toppers, but it does take more time and effort trying to complete them. And the last method is to offer a topper exchange service. So with this kind of service, they could, for example, choose 2 painted toppers and they pay you with 3. They're happy because they got 2 toppers they really want, and you're happy because you got 1 topper profit. And finally onto the painted topper tier list. Let me start off by saying this is just my opinion based on my trading experience, and the values that I list might become outdated over time, since every day more and more painted toppers are obtained through play, meaning the supply is going up and the value is going down. And this should only change if Psyonix decides to stop letting some of these painted toppers drop after games. And with that out the way, the tier list. At the very top in the S tier we have the Wildcat ears. Now these are definitely the most popular painted toppers in the game, but I also think that because they're rare instead of uncommon, they have a lower drop rate, and that helps to bump up their price. These generally go for about 1 to 2 keys, but the most popular crimson ones I've been able to get 3 for. At the A plus tier we have the painted unicorns. Now while these are quite popular, I've only got them at A plus because they're a newer painted topper, so their supply is a bit lower than the other painted toppers. These generally go for about 1 to 1.5 keys, but I have been able to get 2 for the more popular crimson and black ones. Onto the A tier, which consists of berets, pork pies, royal crowns and wizard hats. Now these are all fairly popular toppers, and I can get around 1 key for each. And with some of the better colors such as the crimson pork pie and the black royal crown, I've been able to get 2 keys for those. Next up is the B plus tier, which consists of the pirate hat, the chef hat and the little bow. These were toppers that I used to be able to sell for around 1 key each, but I feel they've dropped a bit and would be more suited for something like 0.75, although that's a pretty difficult figure to sell at. Next up is the B tier, which consists of the devil horns, the mariachi hat, the derby, the drink helmet and the Homburg. These are above average painted toppers, and while I do sell them for 0.5 each, I do feel they're valued slightly higher than that. Next up is the C tier of painted toppers. Now I feel these toppers are average to below average, and I feel 0.5 is a fair value for them. This tier consists of the top hat, the witch's hat, the ivy cap, the visor, the fez, the trucker hat, the fire helmet and the hard hat. Like mentioned previously, you can sometimes get more for the better colors. For example, the crimson and black visors I've been able to get 1 key for, and the crimson hard hat is another one I'm able to get about 1 key for. And at the bottom we have the D tier, which consists of the most unpopular painted toppers, and I generally value these around 0.25 to 0.33 keys each. The unfortunate toppers found here are the traffic cone, the birthday cake, the fruit hat, the bowler, the chainsaw, and the Brody helmet. And that concludes today's guide to topper trading. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit that like button. If you like seeing trading content, make sure you subscribe to the channel. If you missed my previous video on the dropshot update, make sure to click the thumbnail in the top right, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.